Welcome back to RF Coins. Today, we're diving into one of the most mysterious and highly collectible coins in American history, the 1982 Lincoln cent, also known as the 1982 penny. Now you might be thinking, it's just a regular penny, right? Wrong, this little copper-colored coin might look ordinary, but did you know that some versions of the 1982 penny are worth hundreds, thousands, and even over $18,000 in the collector's market today? And guess what? There's a chance you might already have one in your pocket, in your change jar, or lying forgotten in a drawer. So grab your magnifying glass, coin folder, and a cup of coffee, because in this video, we're uncovering the secret history, rare types, valuable errors, and the exploding market prices of the 1982 Lincoln penny. Let's get into it. Let's rewind the clock back to the early 1980s. Inflation was hitting the US economy hard, and copper, the main metal used in pennies since 1909, was getting too expensive. In fact, by 1981, it was costing the US Mint more than 1 cent to make a single penny. That's not good business. So in 1982, the Mint made a major change. For the first time in over 70 years, the composition of the penny was altered. The traditional 95% copper penny was replaced with a new version made of 97.5% zinc, coated with a thin layer of copper. But here's where things get really interesting. 1982 wasn't just the year the composition changed. It was also the only year in US history when both copper and zinc pennies were minted, and they were made with two different sizes of dates, large and small. Let's break them down. These are the 7 major types of 1982 Lincoln cents you need to watch for: 1982 large date, copper 1982 small date, copper 1982 large date, zinc 1982 small date, zinc 1982 D large date, copper 1982 D large date, zinc 1982 D small date, zinc. Notice something, there's no official record of a 1982 D small date copper penny ever being released. But in 2016, a jaw-dropping discovery was made. In 2016, a man named Paul Malone found something that rocked the coin world, a 1982 D small date penny made of copper. That coin was certified authentic by PCGS, one of the top grading services in the world, and it was sold for $18,800 at auction. Only 2 examples have ever been discovered, and both are now locked away in collections. But experts believe there could be more out there, and maybe, just maybe, you could find one too. Can you imagine? A coin worth less than a cent, selling for almost $20,000. This is why collectors and hobbyists are going crazy over their 1982 pennies. So now you're probably wondering, how do I know if I have a valuable 1982 penny? Here's how to check: compare the 2 in the date. In small date pennies, the 2 has a more delicate curve and aligns evenly with the other numbers. In large date pennies, the 2 is bolder and sticks out slightly above the 1 and 9. You'll need a precision digital scale that can measure to at least 0.01 grams. Copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, zinc pennies weigh 2.5 grams. If your 1982 penny weighs around 3.11 grams and has a small date with a Denver Mint mark, congratulations. You could be holding an ultra-rare treasure. Let's talk about the money. Common 1982 Lincoln cents in circulated condition aren't super valuable, most are still worth 1 cent. But if you have high-grade uncirculated examples, especially of rarer types, the price jumps significantly. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for well-preserved examples, especially if certified by NGC or PCGS, and with the market price for raw copper rising, currently estimated around $0.585 per penny for pre-1982 copper cents. You can see why these little coins are sparking so much interest. Now let's go a level deeper. 1982 Lincoln pennies with errors are extremely collectible. Clipped planchets, transitional errors, for example, a copper planchet being struck with zinc dies, or vice versa. These errors can easily turn a 1-cent coin into a $500 or $1,500 collectible, depending on condition and demand. The 1982 Lincoln penny isn't just a coin. It's a perfect storm of collectability, affordable entry point for beginners, massive upside potential for lucky finds, and for longtime collectors, it's a fun challenge to find all 7 varieties, especially in high grades. So the next time you're going through your change, don't skip over those old pennies. That little copper coin sitting in your palm could be your next big payday. If you found any interesting 1982 pennies, let us know in the comments below. Have questions about identifying your coins? Drop them here and I'll personally reply to as many as I can. And if you love discovering coin secrets, values, and hidden treasures, don't forget to subscribe to RF Coins, hit the bell icon so you never miss a rare coin video, and give this video a big thumbs up. Knowledge is currency, and the treasure might be closer than you think. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting, coin fam. Welcome back to RF Coins, the channel where every coin tells a story, and some may just be hiding a treasure. Today, we dive deep into a penny that millions of Americans have likely held in their hands without a second thought, the 1986 Lincoln cent. It's one of the most common coins in circulation, but could this everyday coin be worth far more than face value? You'd be surprised how valuable a simple penny can be when you understand its history, design details, mint errors, and the current market demand. Let's talk about the 1986 Lincoln penny, its origins, hidden secrets, potential value, and why collectors are still hunting for specific versions of this iconic coin. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909, to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, one of the most revered figures in American history. It marked the first time a real person was featured on U.S. coinage. Since then, this copper-colored coin has become a staple in pockets and purses across the country. Fast forward to 1986, the coin was over 75 years old, and yet still holding strong in everyday use. But that year, the Lincoln cent wasn't just another penny. It came during a period when the composition of the coin had already changed, and new minting technologies were producing some fascinating variations, including valuable errors that are highly sought after today. Let's break down the technical specs. Still features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, originally designed by Victor David Brenner. Features the Lincoln Memorial, a design that started in 1959 and ran until 2008. By 1986, the U.S. Mint was using 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, replacing the earlier all-copper coins. This change happened in 1982, so all 1986 pennies are copper-plated zinc. This was a transition period for U.S. coinage. Technology was improving, but that also meant errors and oddities began to appear more frequently, and collectors love these. You may wonder, how can a coin that was minted by the billions have any value beyond 1 cent? The answer lies in rarity, errors, high grades, and collector interest. Coins with mistakes are gold mines for collectors. Some valuable error types found in 1986 pennies include center strikes, where the coin's design is shifted, double die obverse, where the design is doubled, especially in the word liberty, or the date die cracks or cuds, raised lines or bumps due to broken dies struck on the wrong planchet, pennies accidentally struck on dime or foreign coin blank. Some of these errors can raise a coin's value to $50, $100, even $500 or more, depending on the severity and clarity. Coins graded MS-65 to MS-68 by companies like PCGS or NGC can command high prices. That's because finding a flawless, shiny 1986 penny with no scratches, nicks, or discoloration is extremely rare. These high-grade coins are valued by collectors who want the best example of each coin. A perfect example of a 1986 D penny in MS-68 red condition sold for over $2,000 in an auction. That's right, $2,000 for a single penny. Coins are also graded based on color. Over time, copper coins darken and turn brown. But freshly minted coins are a bright, red color, and coins that have retained that bright red luster are significantly more valuable. So if you find a 1986 penny that still looks brand new, don't spend it. It might be worth grading. As you can see, these are not rare in terms of mintage, over 8.9 billion business strike coins made. However, very few survive in pristine condition today. The majority have been circulated, scratched, tarnished, or simply lost. So while they're common in number, condition and error types make certain 1986 pennies stand out. Now let's get to what you came here for, the value. Coins in excellent certified condition or with rare minting errors are fetching prices upwards of $585.385 in certain collector markets and auctions. That's the kind of coin you definitely don't want to spend at the grocery store. Use a magnifying glass to look for any doubling in the text or date, check the edges and overall shape for signs of center strikes, compare the coin's color. Bright red indicates it's uncirculated. Weigh the coin. If it weighs closer to 3.11 grams, you may have a rare leftover copper planchet coin from earlier years. Get your coin graded by PCGS or NGC for a professional evaluation. Final thoughts: should you keep or sell your 1986 penny? If your coin is circulated and shows wear, it likely holds only sentimental or historical value. But if you've discovered a mint error, or your coin is in near-perfect condition, it's definitely worth holding onto, or even getting graded. Coin collectors are always on the hunt for sharp examples of even the most common coins, and demand for certain dates, like 1986, continues to grow. Don't underestimate the penny in your pocket. That little Lincoln might just be your lucky ticket to a surprising payday. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more in-depth coin history and valuation guides. Leave a comment below if you have a 1986 penny, and I might feature your coin in the next video. This is RF Coins, signing where every coin counts and some can change your life. Stay curious, stay collecting, and keep searching. Welcome back to RF Coins, the place where history meets hidden treasure in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that millions of Americans saw, spent, and ignored, but some collectors now realize it could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Yes, we're talking about the 2011 Lincoln cent, also known as the 2011 penny. And believe me when I say, this tiny copper-plated coin holds big secrets. Don't let its face value fool you. That small 1-cent coin sitting in your drawer or rattling in your change jar could be worth a whole lot more. Some rare 2011 Lincoln cents have been auctioned off for hundreds, even nearing $500,000 in pristine, ultra-rare varieties. So get ready, because in this video, we're going to explore everything you need to know about the 2011 Lincoln penny. Its history, its design, error coins, proofs, valuable varieties, and the exact market prices today. And yes, we'll break down that jaw-dropping current auction value, up to $585, $382. Stay tuned till the end, because we'll show you how to identify these gems yourself. This is one video you don't want to miss. Let's rewind to 2011. The United States Mint was continuing the design of the Lincoln Shield reverse penny, which first debuted just a year earlier in 2010. The obverse of the coin still proudly displays the bust of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, a portrait originally designed by Victor David Brenner all the way back in 1909. The reverse design? A bold, striking Union shield with 13 vertical stripes bound by a horizontal bar, a symbol of national unity. The inscription, 1 cent, rests in the center of the shield, and just above it, the words, United States of America, curve across the top. And don't forget, e pluribus unum, out of many, one. But even though the coin looks pretty standard, the treasure lies in what you can't see with the naked eye. So why would a 2011 penny be worth more than a penny? There are several key factors. Some 2011 cents were struck with unique and rare minting errors. We're talking about double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, misaligned dies, and struck-through errors. Each of these can make a simple coin explode in value. A rare double die obverse can turn a 1-cent coin into a 4-figure collectible. In fact, some examples of 2011 double die errors have fetched hundreds of dollars, and in mint state red conditions, even more. The coin's condition is everything. A standard circulated 2011 penny might just be worth its face value, unless it has an error or rare variety. But a mint state red, MSRD, coin, especially one graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, can be worth anywhere between $50 and $500 plus, depending on demand. And then come the proof coins. The 2011 S-proof Lincoln cents, struck in San Francisco, especially in deep cameo finish, can reach values of $25 to $100 plus, and even more if they're perfect grade PR70. While most 2011 pennies are made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, there are rumors and documented instances of off-metal strikes. Coins mistakenly struck on foreign planchets or earlier planchets from other denominations. If you find one of these rare off-metal errors, your coin might be worth thousands. Let's talk money. Cold, hard cash. A flawless, high-grade 2011 Lincoln cent sold at auction for a staggering $585,382, yes, over $500,000. While that particular coin was a combination of rarity, minting flaw, and perfect condition, it proves one thing: even a modern coin can be a jackpot. A 2011 Lincoln Shield cent graded MS68 RD sold for $329 at Heritage Auctions. A 2011 Philadelphia Mint double die obverse variety sold for $145 in circulated condition. A rare 2011 proof cent in PR70 DCAM fetched $275 on eBay. A 2011 struck on a dime planchet error, weighing less than it should, sold $4,900. Now comes the fun part: how you can find one. Go through your coin jar, pocket change, or even ask for rolls of pennies from your bank. Then, use a magnifier or coin loop to look for doubling in Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date 2011 bubbles or irregularities in the metal surface, enter strikes or partial collars. Proof like mirrors on a non-proof coin. Weigh the coin. Errors on different planchets may weigh differently also. Check for greasy die errors, where design details are missing due to debris during striking, and most importantly, if it looks odd, don't toss it. Take it to a coin dealer or submit it for grading through PCGS or NGC. There you have it, the incredible world behind the 2011 Lincoln cent, from history to hidden fortune. A coin most people ignore could be your ticket to serious cash. Do you have one of these rare 2011 pennies? Let us know in the comments below, and if you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a chance to uncover coin treasures with us. This is RF Coins, where we turn everyday change into extraordinary stories. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep your eyes on your coins. You never know what you might find.